Hey WW, this is Scott from Wee's Bees, and today is, I believe, May the 10th, and I got my Sasky bees about a week ago and installed them. I didn't do a video on that, but it was real simple. All I did was the no shake method, and it seemed to work really well. So what we're going to do is, today it's been a week. I put the queen in the day I installed them, and about a day later they released her. So now it's been a week, and I'm going to go through and do a hive inspection. And even though I'm not very good at it yet, I'm going to try to identify the queen. So I have my handy smoker here. I tried that once without it. Got my butt stung a bunch, so I don't recommend you do that. So anyway, without further ado, let's start going through here and checking everybody. Took off my top cover and my spacer. That is actually a medium super. Now what I need to do is set this down here, and hopefully I can remove the inner cover, yes. And I'm going to set it aside, and there's all the bees. So hopefully I can do this real easy. Now, even though the bees look pretty calm, I'm going to go ahead and give them a little shot to shoot them down or up, or whatever it is they want to do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use my little hanger to hang my frames after I take them out and take a look at them. Got my trusty hive tool. So let's get into this. Alright, so don't look like there's a whole lot going on over here in the first frame. There's a few bees on it, but not a whole lot. They haven't really made a whole lot of progress on this yet. So let's put this in our hanger, and let's go ahead and remove our pollen patty for now, so we can continue on in here. We go with our second frame, and there's a few bees, but no progress. So let's look at the next one. Same thing, few bees, but not a whole lot going on. So we'll go ahead and set this over here carefully. Let's go to the next one. Oh, that one's been propolised. Alright, so once again, this is the fourth frame. No real progress made, but nonetheless there are bees over here, so they're probably working on it. So as usual, be careful putting this thing in here. Don't squish no bees. Bees don't like to be squished, trust me. Found that out the hard way. Alright, so let's go ahead and give them another puff, just for safety's sake. Kind of keep the girls at bay, keep them quiet. Oh my. Wow, this is one of the new frames that I installed. That was completely new. And they have built comb on this whole side. They're starting to work on the other side, but wow, 1 week and they have completely built this thing out, and they're capping all the nectar. And these are my Sasky bees. Once again, I don't know if I said that before. I got these Sasky bees about a week ago, and I did say I was going to try to locate the queen. Let's see, what do we got here? There's a big bee, but I don't know if that's the queen. Holy smokes. I don't know about that. That bee is big. Alright, well, now I don't even know where it went. I don't think that's the queen. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on over here. In the light, I don't see any eggs. But this frame is full of nectar. And they are capping it. So let's go ahead. Now, let's set this down here. Make sure there are no girls on it. Alright, very easily. Put that down in there. Slide it over. Now we're getting into the, wow. We're getting into the original frames that I installed with the comb on them so that the bees could get started without having to make. Alright, let's do a little moving here. Just kind of lightly touch the girls. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this burr comb while I'm at it. Don't need that there. Burr comb on top of the frames are not, they do get in the way more than anything else. Alright, so let's just kind of touch the frames here a little bit to get the girls down. Ooh, my goodness. This thing is really packed with bees. Alright. Where are you, Mrs. Sasky? It looks like they got a lot of resources on here. It's really heavy. I don't see any brood. Okay. Alright, so I don't see the queen. There's one of those big bees that, wow, that thing is huge. It may be a drone. Okay. Do like Cayman does and blow on them a little bit. It seems to get them out the way. Thank you for that handy tip, Cayman. Alright, let's go ahead and set this one down in here very carefully so as not to upset or disturb the girls, and we'll move on. That was what, frame 6? So we're moving on to another one that's propolised pretty good. What did I say? That's frame 7, right? Yeah. And once again, this was one of my starter frames that has already had honeycomb on it. So I'm going to touch the girls once again and go ahead and remove this very, very carefully. Touch the sides to make sure there are no bees. Alright, so this is frame 7, and once again this thing is